what is something that you want to share with the younger generation on how to utilize LinkedIn and make the best use out of it?
Yeah, I would definitely say using it is the first is the first step in that, right? Like using it frequently, using it actively. And that doesn't mean spending hours and hours of it every day on it. But if you're already pouring a couple hours a day into social media, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever that it may be, take 10 or 15 minutes off of those other apps and put it into LinkedIn and just see where it takes you. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be posting, because I know it can be nervous to put yourself out there into post, right? So just go on there, follow people, right? See what they're posting, comment on their post, like their posts, or you can just hit reshare and add a one-liner saying, "Hey, this is a great post. Check this out." Something low key, low scale like that isn't too nerve-wracking or frightening for you. I think is something that is really helpful, because you'll begin engaging, you'll begin tapping into that LinkedIn algorithm, and you'll start learning things. And for me, I downloaded LinkedIn after grade 12, my senior year of high school, but didn't really use it actively until my second year of university. And I think that was something that I really regret doing. And it honestly brightens my day when I see kids in grade 10, grade 11, grade 12 on LinkedIn, connecting with people, engaging with people. I wish that had been me back then, right? And so I think for people out there who are kind of hesitant to hop on the platform, just give it a try, right? If you don't end up liking it, then it's obviously not for everyone, but give it a try. Set aside, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a week, whatever you wanna set as your goal, and try and hit that goal and stick with it. And it's something that's, a lot easier than some other New Year's resolutions, like eating healthy or working out, because it's very easy to just, keep scrolling. You can go on your phone, just keep scrolling through LinkedIn. And I think it's really beneficial, because for me, if I spend 2 hours scrolling through TikTok or IG Reels or whatever, there's a chance you might learn something, but chances are you probably won't, right? Whereas if you spend 2 minutes on LinkedIn, you could learn so many things. And I think that's the real takeaway here, is to just give it a try and actually use it and see where it takes you.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. And that's going to bring me to my final question, which is, what is your MVE, your most valuable experience you've had? Whether, it can be in the professional world, at school, just in daily life. Is there something that sticks out to you?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Um, I would say that MBE has honestly been Parkin Consulting. Being able to kind of step outside of my comfort zone and try something new that I didn't have any exposure with. I think being able to learn from so many people on LinkedIn, from professionals, seeking guidance from them through coffee chats and networking, and being able to take that advice and implement it with my own firm, and taking that and being able to then work with clients and solve their problems for them, right? I think it's something that a lot of people say, "Oh, you're just a student," right? But the fact is, like, you are a student. Use that to your advantage instead of a disadvantage. You have a lot of time ahead of you. You have a diverse perspective that you're bringing to the table, and you can provide that sober second thought, that third party experience that, someone that's maybe been with the organization for a few years, a few months, wouldn't necessarily notice. If you ask them, "Hey, what's your process for requesting a graphic for the marketing team?" And they step back and realize, "Wow, we don't have one." Right? Because it's just something that's common knowledge. Everyone does it. Everyone just gets in the motion of things. But if you don't take that step back and ask, okay, how are we doing things? Start asking those questions. I think that's when organizations can really get value out of consulting. And that's something, you don't need to be a professional consultant to ask questions, right? We start asking questions in elementary school, asking a question, asking to read the alphabet, whatever you're doing in class, right? And so being able to ask those questions and to really work with the clients and see the impact that we've been able to have is something that's been very rewarding for me. Because what started out as something that I was just doing for, my local community and my own professional development has blossomed into a team of over 50 individuals around the world that are all getting that same experience and that are giving back to clients around the world. So I think it's definitely been a highlight of my life so far.
That's awesome.